a motion in this House that the Liberal government finally put forward a fiscally responsible budget. This Prime Minister says that he wants to be held to account based on what Canadians are paying for their groceries. But instead of putting forward a budget or bringing down grocery prices, he's introduced $500 billion in what we can only assume is more inflationary spending, with Canadians expected to pay an additional $800 in groceries this year over what they paid last year. Our ask is very simple for this Liberal government after 10 years of their inflationary spending.
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, there will be a budget in the fall of this year, but you know what's a bit rich for Canadians watching at home is to see these Conservatives who have consistently, at every step of the way, voted against affordability measure. Mr. Speaker, they voted against childcare. They voted against pharmacare. They voted against the dental program we have in Canada. Mr. Speaker, how can you stand up in this House seriously and criticize this government where at every step of the way you fail Canadians to have their back in times of need?
The honourable member for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands, Rideau Lakes.
Conservatives have consistently voted against all of the inflationary spending and their half measures that would see those savings vaporized by their continued inflationary spending, and we'll keep voting against it unless we see a responsible budget from this government for once. Moms and dads, small businesses, single Canadian seniors, they all have to table a budget. They have to live by a budget. So why is it that these Liberals, while food prices are going through the roof and moms are having to water down the milk that they give to their babies, these Liberals won't just table a budget?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians know that when we have a choice, we will always side with them, Mr. Speaker. We have sided with children in this country to make sure that it would have a national food program. We have sided with our seniors to make sure there would be a dental program in this country. We have sided with young families, Mr. Speaker, to make sure there will be childcare. On this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, we will always side on the side of Canadians, whether they're young, whether they're seniors, whether they're workers. Canadians, we have their back. That's what we said. That's what we'll do, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Barrie South, Innisfil.
Well, food prices up has replaced elbows up at grocery stores lately as food inflation has tripled in the past 2 months. It's so bad now that even sale items are too expensive for Canadian families, and you'll be lucky, Mr. Speaker, if you walk out of a grocery store with 2 bags for less than $80. Inflationary spending must be reversed so Canadians can afford to put food on the table. Will the Liberals present a budget to show that they are at least trying to bring food prices down?
The Honourable Secretary of State for the Canada Revenue Agency and Financial Institution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this new government is a government of action, and this is what action looks like. We're rapidly advancing legislation to cut tax for 22 million people, cut the tax on first home purchases, and permanently cut the consumer carbon tax. I hope, Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives will cut the rhetoric and join us in advancing this legislation. Thank you.
The honourable member for Barrie South, Innisfil.
Well, the Prime Minister said that he should be judged by the prices at the grocery store, so let's do that. Food inflation has tripled in the past 2 months. Canadian families will pay $800 more on food this year than last year. So there goes their tax cut. That's about $17,000 on food alone this year. Families, single moms, and seniors are at a breaking point, and this can't go on. Do the Liberals not see that their inflationary spending is doing to families, or do they just not care? Why won't the Prime Minister table a budget and show the true cost of his inflationary deficits and debts?
The Honourable Secretary of State for the Canada Revenue Agency and Financial Institution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let's look at some economic facts. Inflation is down from 8.1 to 1.7% over the last 2 years. Workforce participation is 65.3% compared to the U.S. at 62.5%. We have a AAA credit rating from Moody's. Mr. Speaker, the fundamentals of our economy are strong, and we're going to continue to build the strongest economy in the G7. Thank you.